This is just a quick tutorial on the Starbucks Verismo system and how you would go about making a latte. So you're going to need two pods. The first one is the espresso roast pod. I like to start off with the espresso first. The directions may say to take one press of the button, the espresso button here, to get one pressurized pull. But I like to do it twice, so let's see how that comes out. You're going to start off by first turning on the system with the power button here if you have an older unit. Some units may differ, but this is the one that I have. I'm going to put the espresso roast in the slot, pull the lever down, make sure it's secure. Sometimes if you don't, you won't get a full pull from the system. And we're going to go ahead and push the espresso button at the top. You're going to hear the bars of pressure inside the machine extract that beautiful stuff. Now that doesn't look like a lot, and you get a whole pod full of coffee. And the one day I just was like, hey, let's see what happens if I press the button again. Lo and behold, more espresso comes out. And it still looks creamy. It's not, as if water is just left behind. So I leave it at that. You can push it to a third, but for this particular drink with this exact cup, it goes right to the limit. So when you're done, open that pod, and I don't know if you can tell from here, but it goes down into a reservoir where the cartridges or the kefir cups or whatever you want to call these little guys are held. You got to make sure that you throw them out. So now comes the milk pod. Again, you're going to insert the pod, drop it, secure. Now there's other buttons here. So this one we've just used now, that's for the espresso. This is for a regular cup of coffee. This white filled cup is for the milk pods. Over here, this you will use when you're done and you press it to kind of clean out the system. It puts water through, and you'll see how it cleans out. And then this is to add water if you were going to make this beverage an Americano by adding water to the espresso instead of the milk pod. But for today's purposes, we're going to be using the milk pod. And again, you're going to lift this to release that pod back down into the reservoir. You're going to close it, take your beverage off the unit, off the platform. You can use any cup for this. I'm just using this because it's what I have on hand right here. And then you're going to clean the system out, and you'll see that it's a little murky because of that milk pod. And you're going to want to do this after every beverage that you make to ensure that this unit lasts you. Because a lot of people that I talk to, when I tell them that I still have my Verismo system, they're surprised that it still is functional. And as long as you use it the way it's intended and you maintain it, you should be fine. Happy lattes!